Welcome everyone to another episode of Dirty Habits with Brother Chris and Brother Justin. We're wearing our new merch designed entirely by Brother Justin, so feeling excited about that. But what we're here to talk about real briefly is to just give you our kind of first impressions. We had the privilege of getting to see this movie, an early showing of the movie coming out next month, Father Stu. And we just wanted to tell you our basic kind of overview of it and what we thought of it so you could use that as your own guide. We will do a more expanded one later, but we just want to give you sort of the immediate reaction to it.
Mm-hmm. Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler
right.
free.
So overall, just what do you think of the movie?
So broadly speaking, an amazing movie. I thought the acting was great. I thought that the story was a great sort of encapsulation of the sort of the problem of evil question of, you know, why do bad things happen to people who are trying? That really sums up the sort of the big question of Father Stu's life and his conversion. I thought that really the entire sort of emotional pull of the whole movie being Father Stu's conversion was done really, really well. And you just get some really authentic Catholic human experiences are portrayed in this movie. Yeah. I think it's done really, really well.
I did too. Yeah. I really liked this movie. I agree with you entirely on the authenticity part that, I really don't like a lot of modern religious movies in the sense of about modern people, just because I think a lot of times they're either low budget or a little bit on the hokey side. This one was made by Sony. Mark Wahlberg is really wanted to tell this story, and I thought he did a great job. He has a great cast with Mel Gibson, Malcolm McDowell. I mean, people who really portrayed it. And yeah, I thought a lot of the things were very realistic. It wasn't so much a preachy movie, although you see this man's transformation. You also got like you said, a very good experience of what authentic, the real struggles people go through in life, what they've done by their own mistakes, what happens just by, evil circumstance in life, and really this triumph. And I think it was very well done. It was, I think, true, and I think both Catholics and non-Catholics will like it. And I do recommend it. So out of 5 decades of the Rosary, what would you give it, Justin?
I give it 4 decades out of 5. Okay. I think that, again, like I was saying, it's very authentic. One thing I really enjoyed about it is that the language isn't clean. I mean, it's a rated R movie, and so it does feel like this is really real people talking. You know how a lot of Christian movies feel like a Lifetime movie,
or the Hallmark Channel?
Yeah, Hallmark Channel. They're made for TV, but they're like, about Jesus and stuff. This is not that. This is well acted. The cinematography is great. The locations are great. The costuming is great. And they really, you can tell that Mark Wahlberg really put a lot of passion into scripting this one, And even the theology that's in it is pretty solid. There are a couple times where I was like, all right, I think they're trying to reach a broader than Catholic audience here, but you know what I mean. It was still pretty good, pretty solid.
So your decades would be? Did you?
Yeah, I give it 4 decades out of 5.
I would too. I'd give it 4 to 4.5. The only one thing I will mention, you mentioned a little bit. I do think it's a great movie. I think Catholic teens should see it. But that being said, we do want to make it clear it is rated R. And there is language, so you need to be aware of that. That's really the only thing. There's no sex, no nudity, any of that kind of stuff. So just be aware of the language. But it is a great movie. I think you'll come away from it knowing a little bit more about your faith or knowing more about the Catholic faith. And I think it's just a great evangelization tool to look at the real struggles in modern life of religion. So
that's our hot take.
Well, that's our hot take. And we'll have our longer extended version coming soon. So until we meet again, God bless, and look for that movie coming out in April.